I have mentioned in the past that a number of embedded Imperial and Republic assets have been eliminated. Some of these deaths appeared purely incidental, while others were very obviously assassinations executed with varying degrees of competence and flair that would not suggest a pattern. I now believe it was a mistake for me to have dismissed these deaths as unrelated. Probe transmissions from Manaan show that a Republic officer and a member of the Dark Council have been meeting there in secret. Even in times of relative peace, this would be highly irregular, of course. At first I thought they might be attempting to strike an accord, but then I noticed that the unlikely pair were on Manaan with the blessing of the planet's guardians, the Order of SHROUD. That little fact caused something to click. The Order of SHROUD followed a doctrine based on the values of the late Darth Revan. As you should well know, Revan was both a Sith Lord and a Jedi Knight in his time. But what you may not know, depending on your assignment, is that his morally pragmatic doctrine is also the basis upon which another, more recent group has sprung up. I first learned of the Order of Revan when a sleeper asset stationed on Dromund Kars was approached to become one of their adherents. The order was presented to Asset 1-29. As a group of like-minded Imperial activists looking to reshape the Empire from within, so they could impose their particular ideals throughout the galaxy. Their hope was that 1-29, who was then posing as a caretaker of a prominent Sith Lord's estate, would be able to provide intelligence. Naturally, I instructed 1-29 to accept. 1-29 proved herself useful to the Revanites, just useful enough to remain in their good graces. And under my guidance, she mapped out the composition of their organisation. I ultimately found them to be a poorly structured and ill-resourced cult. Interesting, but without potential. I decided to have 1-29 fake her death for reassignment off-world. I would hear rumblings every now and then about the Order after that, but none of it would have led me to believe what I believe now. If I wanted to impose my will upon the galaxy, I wouldn't wear my way into the heart of the Empire and assume command of their endless war. How tiring. No, I would take both the Empire and the Republic from within, stem the tide of war, and then slowly reshape both sides to fit my own agenda. My last report from R-3 before his murder suggested he was about to come into receipt of a communique from a prominent Imperial figure to a Republic captain. At the time, I'd assumed a possible defection, but other explanations now come to mind, and when R-27's ship was destroyed on the trail of a Mantelian ambassador en route to Doran, my data recovery team found evidence that the attacking ship was an Imperial stealth fighter. Hard to believe a lone Imperial craft would venture so deep within Republic space without some manner of assurance of their safety. I have no proof of my suspicions, so as of this writing, all embedded assets will make the Order of Revan their top priority. Particular attention should be paid to Republic Colonel Ryan Darroch and Darth Arcus. Asset cross-communication on Dromund Kars is permitted for the coordination of an investigation into Tali Darkspanner, the last known master of the Order of Revan. Engage in intelligence gathering only. Do not seek recruitment, nor take any other action without my explicit approval. If matters are transpiring as I see them, the galaxy is poised to change in a profound way. I'm fine with change, just so long as I'm prepared for it. You have your orders. Execute them. The Shroud.